we will learn about Hap 6.2 and we will also make a comparison between Hap 5.1 and the new Hap version 6.2. So let's get started. Okay, so when we open the Hap, we have to select new project. And when we select the new project, a window appears, and this is the window. Here we have to select our leadership in energy and environmental design, lead V4, and we will like to select the latest HVAC standard of ventilation and energy standard. Okay. So here we have got a new option in HAP 6.2, that is populate new project with default space type. So let's see that what we have got in this new option. So when I check it, I have a selection option, and here I see that I have available building types. Like there are, when we are starting a project, we know that our building is even educational, or it's a hospital or hotel or anything else. So in our case, in this video, I am taking an example of educational building. So let me check mark education and these two options. So when I check mark these options, here HAB shows me that there are some associated default space types. Like in a HAB has included the space types that are associated with education building. Like I have classrooms, computer rooms, conference room, all the spaces that are generally available in an educational building. So when I press OK, HAP will include this library in the project. Okay. So in further we will discuss that how we can utilize these space type. So first of all, show you that here I have these space types. I click on space types, and here it's showing that there are total 30 number of default space types that are now imported in the project. I will click it, and here I have my library that I will use in this project, and I will show you how to use these space types. Okay. So let's us discuss about this new app and the old app version user interface. Here I can show you that there are changes in weather, and there is a new option of building floor plans and space model and alternatives. And of course, as we have discussed about space types. And here I will also like to tell you that if you want to import any project from HAP 5.1, so you can only import project libraries like these things, because in HAP 6.2 we have a 3D model, and we cannot import files from a 2D model. So we can only import schedules, wall composition, roof composition, and these type of things. So let me start the project. And first we will go with weather. When I click on weather data, so a window appears. Here I have an option to select the station, like my building location. So let me check it, select it, and when I select it, a window appears where it is asking me whether you want to go with name of the local city or town, or with latitude or longitude. So let me for now search it as a city name. So I will click on next. Now I have to write the city location, like I am typing Lahore in Pakistan. So there I have got the result in the list. So I will click next. So there is a new thing in Hap that whenever I select a single location, Hap will show me almost 10 different locations near the location that I have entered. So I will click on Lahore city data. Okay. So I will go to next and finish. I can easily change temperature from 0.4% to 1% and then 2%. If some of you don't know that what is this 0.4% cooling or 1% cooling, so let me tell you that it shows that in 1 year, how much time this temperature appears. Like if I am selecting 0.4%, so it pick up a high temperature, 108 Fahrenheit. If I select 1%, so the temperature drops. So basically, it by selecting a lower percentage, it is going towards an extreme weather. That extreme weather appears only a little time, like only 0.4% in a year. So this is the way how we design it. So I will suggest you to select the maximum temperature, and here we have also the option for winter conditions. So we can select in 99% heating or 99.6, and in summer condition we have also the option to design it on a dehumidification temperature, like for Karachi or for any other area that has a high relative humidity. So, okay, here it also shows climate zone, very hot, dry, and it all depends upon the station you have selected. So let me select OK. So we have entered the weather data. Now we will move towards building floor plan. So I would like to tell you that in building floor plans, we make a 3D model. Like we only focus on the geometry of building. And in space model, we will tell the HAB about the types of spaces, like ventilation requirement and the electric load and all the composition of walls, windows, and doors. So let me first go and make a 3D model. So I have selected a new building. Okay, so a pop-up window appears and it shows me two options, like I have to import a plan or a building wizard. So let me go with a import floor plan and we go with next. Here I have to tell him that how much floors are there in my project. So for this example, I am taking a two-level building. Okay, so you can change level like 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going for a two-floor building. Okay, so let me click next. Here it will ask me that your building ground floor is at grade. Grade means it is on the ground level, or it has basement, or it has all above the grade. So for this case, let me choose at the grade. Now when I select next and I select finish, so in this window, HAP asks me about level to level height of the building on which I am going to perform load calculation. And here it is asking about the elevation of window from the floor plan. Okay, so also most of our building have ceiling space for duct path and other electric connections or plumbing connections. So there is a ceiling space. We have to have about our floor to ceiling height. Okay. So let's suppose our level to level height is 14 feet and the floor to ceiling height is 9 feet. And elevation of window from floor is 2 feet. Okay. So this is the info that I have to provide have at the general window. Then I have to move to floor plan images. Okay. And also I have to give it a name, I can give actually fish building. So after putting all this data, I have to move towards floor plan image. Here I have to import files of plans we all know that we receive plans in AutoCAD, and from AutoCAD we have to convert it in a PDF form, or we can simply have any picture of the floor plan and we can scale it in Hap 6.2. If you want a complete video on how to have a proper scale PDF from AutoCAD to PDF, then let me know. I will make a video on it. For now, we will do a shortcut method of how to scale our drawing according to HAB. So let me select a PDF file. Here I have placed two floor, like ground floor and first floor. I will select both of them and will select open. So after selecting these images, here I will click on finish, and here I have ground floor and first floor. So let me go towards ground floor, okay, and edit it. So here I will tell you that if you have a proper scale conversion of PDF from AutoCAD, so you have to just select the scale which you have selected at AutoCAD file. And if you have a non-scale PDF, then what you have to do, let me show you. And I also like this feature of Hap 6.2, that it has the ability to scale every drawing by on when I just have to tell it a dimension of a wall or anything, and it will just scale all the drawing accordingly, and it is a very interesting feature of Hap 6.2. So let me tell you more about it. Like you can see that this classroom has a dimension of 19 feet and 3 inches and 26 feet and 6 inches, horizontal and vertical dimension. Okay. So when I select a dimension scale from here, and if I measure it, so it is telling me just like 2 feet and 11 inches like that. So there I can see that my PDF is not scaled. Okay. So what I will do, I will just do a simple thing, and the thing is that um, I will set scale to, and I will like to sketch. Okay. So when I sketch it from here to here, and I give it a dimension of 19 feet. Okay. And I select OK. Now when I measure the dimension to check that if I've done it correctly or not, so I will select it and I will see, yeah, it's a proper dimension, 19 feet, and nice. And when I dimension from vertical, I check, and here, yes, I get a 26 feet. So now I know that my drawing is scaled. Now what I have to do, I have to do set a north scale, uh, its orientation from the north. So I have different options like right to down, and these are all according to the north. Okay, and I can give it uh, degree from clockwise like 270 and press OK, and I can see that north is 50 toward 270 degrees. Or also I can sketch it like this. Okay, and I can set up north. So here I have different options. Okay. So what we see here that we have a new advancement in this HAP 6.2. Like in HAP 5.1, I have to tell HAP all the exposed wall and its area and the dimension, like it is exposed to north, south, east, west, and I have to tell about window area. All those struggles and all those time-taking activities are now reduced, and now have will calculate itself about the directions, about the areas, and it's very easy now to do such things. Okay. So once I have scaled it and I have set it the orientation, so I will click on OK. And what I have to do it, here's a mark for this is for orientation and this is for scale. So what I will do it, I will just click it, I will copy it, and then I select my first floor and paste it. So nothing to do again and again, and just set up first floor and the same scale and orientations I will select in first floor. If I go and check it, so let me check it by measuring a dimension. So I click from here to here, and you can see that I get to, let me see it again. Let me see. Okay, okay. So I think that copy paste will work only if I get a proper scale from AutoCAD to PDF. Sometimes, mostly it is working. I don't know why it is not working now. But if it is not working, I can do a simple thing that I can again give it a scale. Like north is selected, but I think because I have not converted on a proper scale, that's why the copy paste is not working. But if you do it at a proper scale from AutoCAD, so it will definitely work. So what I do, I select it and I give it a 19 dimension. So now let me check it. And here to here, yeah, it's perfect now. It's perfect. From here to here. Yes, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so once I have done with my floor plan images, I have imported it. Now what I do, I have to go towards levels, okay? And levels, as I selected it a two level building. So here by default I have two levels, okay? What I have to do here, I have to choose files, okay? Like I am at level one, so I have to choose ground flooring, okay? So once I have selected ground floor, I have to do little things. And what would be those things? I have to tell you that you have to unlock position from alignment and unlock it from floor plan and add a marker, okay? Add a marker and place it at your desired location, okay? Like I am selecting the outer corner, okay? And then I lock position and lock position from both alignment and floor plan. And then what I do, also I see that I have a lot of area here. I can, oh, okay, okay. I can crop that from floor plan, but not from there. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. I have to select now level 2, okay? And let me choose it first floor from here, okay? So you can see that why I have placed a marker, because you have to place it at a alignment, like the ground floor should be aligned with first floor and first floor should be aligned with second floor. So what I will do that I will unlock positions, and I will just grab it and drag it at the my reference position, like at ground floor I have selected this position, and then I will lock this, okay? So now I will go to first floor and ground floor and first floor, and I see that my building is almost aligned. A little gap, so I can also correct it. Yeah, now it's perfect. Okay, that's all. And what you have to do is like you have to go next towards walls. Okay, and at walls, I have to select level one first. Here we have to draw things. Okay, we have to draw like I select rectangle and so there are many ways you can do it. Like I will select method that is less time taking. Okay. So what we are doing basically here, we are just making spaces and I am giving walls as a labeling walls on the floor plan that I have so that I can have a 3D view of the building. So once your all the walls will be completed, then for second floor, I am doing it for ground floor, okay? And if your first floor is duplicate to it, so you can just copy these parameters to the building and that will be easy. Okay, so for this case, I am just taking it a single classroom to just not make a long video. Okay, and then I have to deselect some of those. I have to delete some of the walls that I just made for my convenience. You have three options like lines, perpendicular lines, rectangle, and I will. What I will do here, I will delete it because it's beyond our building. And yeah, this wall and this wall. So yeah, I think it's good now. Art room remains unchecked. So just for the art room. Yeah, now it's good. It's good. So when you have made a location, you can just click on the space. So it's showing blue highlighted. It's blue highlighted and showing that this is one space. This is a single space, and these are tiny spaces of classrooms. And there we have here we have a toilet also. So let me do it separated from section right now. Okay. So now, what I have to do, I have once I have drawn all the walls, I have to name those buildings. Okay, like it's a staff room. Okay, so yeah, just write staff room, okay, and give all the spaces a name. Okay, and here I have a corridor. Okay, all the steps are there. Now, what I have to do here is once I am done with my ground floor level, I will just go towards my level two on the first floor. And simple, what I have to do is here's at the toolbar, I have an option of copy. Copy and copy all walls from level one. Copy. Here I will assure it that yes, you have to. And you can see that it is simple and it has just copied all the spaces from ground floor to first floor. Okay. So I have will just change like simple if I have got some changes like there is I can see that there is a daycare room, not a classroom. What I will do, I will just delete the middle wall and I will click here at daycare. Just simple thing. Okay. And here is a classroom now. So I have to change it to class. Okay. And here I have music room. That's okay, music room, and here I have computer lab. Computer lab. So, okay, so I am just done with all the spaces now. Okay. What I have to do now is I have to go to now towards openings. Okay, one more thing I have to tell here, like if I have here has Hap 6.2 have introduced air walls. Okay, so like it shows that you don't have any physical boundary, but there is a separation of air between two different thermostats. So I can assign this as air wall. Okay, and I can also do this as at the ground floor. Assign, just assign. Okay, and if you have a different composition of walls, have take it as a default, like one external wall and a partition wall, it takes as default. But if you have different partition wall or different external walls, so you can just go to edit group and add some walls and just assign these walls. Like if you have a different external wall here, you can click it, and at later on space model, you can give it the composition. And if I have a different partition wall, so I will click here. So that's simple. That's something that has included like a nice feature, and it's very helpful. So HAB has considered, HAB 6.2 has considered all the variations that are possible in a building, and it's very good. So once I am done with assigning walls, I have to move towards openings. Okay. So on opening, I have to place windows, doors, skylight at the external wall and roof of the building. For that purpose, I have to go to edit list. And here I have different options like create a single window, create a stacked window, or create a skylight, or create a door. So, and I here I can delete a created window or door. So let me create a window. So if I have two windows, what I can do here is I can give name to a window, and I can enter external shade here. And here I can change width, like if I change width to 6 feet and height to 7 feet. And here is a one more advanced thing in HAP 6.2, like I can change elevation on every window I create. Okay, like here I have an elevation of 2 feet, and what I can do is if I go to a window 3, I can it has 4 feet and 6 feet height. So I can change its elevation to 3 feet. So I have always the option to change elevation, like on a building. We know that it's not all the elevations of window is same from floor level. So here we can change it. Okay. So what I will do here, once I created those windows, I will go to add, and here the all the windows, and if I have created any door, so all those windows and doors appear on this add list. So let me select window 2, and I will know on the as I have AutoCAD file here, so I know that where I have to place windows. I can see the symbol of Windows in the PDF version of it. So if I will have to add this, so for a quick guide, I will just add some windows, not all the windows, like there is a window. And for a change in elevation, what I had to show you. So let me select window 3 here and window 3 here and here. Okay. So once I have selected those windows, um, then I have to let me what I can do here is this was at level 2. Okay. So I have to go again at walls and spaces, and when I go to level 1, I will again go at the copy and I will just copy. Now I will copy the parameters. When I copy the parameters, so it copy the parameters of the wall of the building, like external wall and windows and doors if there are any. So let me now go to opening and place door on the on any location like here. Okay. Okay, so once I am done with openings and walls, so I will go to a 3D model. And what I see is here is my building, okay? Is the door that I had placed, and from this side I can see all the windows. And you can focus here that its elevation is 2 feet from the ground level, and its elevation is 3 feet from the floor level. So this is the window, and this is the building that I have drawn. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Now also if you have any error, it will occur at the validation error site. Okay. So now let's press OK. So we are done with building floor plans. Now I have to move towards space model. So when I click on the space model, uh, let me show you here on the general information. I will have to give a name and then I have to select the building that I have created. Now, when I go to space, it has already picked the space name that I have entered. What I have to do here, I have to add the space type, okay? And this will come from the libraries that I have added at the start of the have like I have selected educational building and there are the default space type. So okay, now you will see that it's a very big spreadsheet and you will find it difficult to work. So what we can do here is like we have a sort option like for column wise if I am only working on ventilation. So I can uncheck overhead lighting, day lighting, task lighting, electric, occupants and all these things. Okay, and I can just work on ventilation. So for this this is a column sort, okay. So but for rows you will say. So there is also a option available like when I go to a space, okay. When I go to space, I go to text field, okay, and I select contains and contains for I will go for class, okay. Like mostly I have classrooms, and I will apply. When I apply this, I have all only classrooms available, and this helps in adding a space type. Like I can add a space type easily to all the similar spaces. Like I will select classroom H9 and I will control C it and I will select or drag it down and I will control V. Okay, so all the spaces are now added. And the new advancement you will see in 6.2 that it not only pick the ventilation load like this, it also pick this overhead lighting. Okay, overhead lighting I don't have to put it just pick like 0.71 watt per square feet according to the default space type. Okay, and also it picks electric load 0.90 watt per square feet, and also the occupancy criteria like 28 uh, uh, square feet per person. Okay, and also all the schedules it's selected by itself. Okay, and also there is an filtration for which I mostly go with 0.05 ACH for now. Let's take it as the same. Okay, so here sorting helps a lot. Okay, now again I will go to value and now what we have, you can see that there are some unnamed spaces and why these are because if I don't have to condition any space, I just don't name it. I can like, and once I this staff room, okay, for staff room, I would like to add a break room, okay, and then control C and control V. And there are offices for office. I have to select office option. Here I have office and now control C and control V. And now I have some different options here like music room. So what I have to go we all know that in Hap 5.1 we have option for music room, but for here you will don't have all those such options. And I tell you why, because it is taking electric load or overhead lighting load. So I will tell you what we have to do. Like it's a it's a classroom. We all know. So here select a classroom, and for here ventilation, just drag it down, and you will find all the spaces that you find in Have 5.1, because it is just a table of ventilation. So here I can select education and music theater, and and same is the case for this one. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. And for daycare also I have to select here classroom, and here I will go with education and daycare to H8. And for corridor, I can select lobby, as lobby all others, and and for computer room, I can select here computer room, computer lab also, computer. And so you can see that you can easily sort all the spaces, and you can easily control C and control V of the spaces and data. And one of the best thing I have here is like I can export this into an Excel form. Okay, so I can show you. There I open it, and here is all the data in a Excel sheet. And what I can do is, if I make any change in Excel sheet, I can also paste it in the Have version. Like if I make any change here, I will just control C from here. I can give you an example. Like if I change, I'll say that direct exhaust. If I add some at the meeting room, computer room, let's go. Okay. So if I add here 50 CFM, okay, for computer room. Control C, okay. So what I will do here, I will just select all this data again, okay, Control C, and I will go to, let me cancel it, I will go with tab, and I will just drag down all this data, and I will control the, and now let me see that has those changes occurred or not. I have to go to um, meeting, sorry, computer room, and I have to check. Yes, you can see it's also yellow highlighted. If I make any change, it's highlighted. It's highlighted that I have changed this here from here. So this is a great try. I will say it's a great feature in Hap 6.2. Okay, then let me click OK here. Again, I will click yes. So, okay, when I'm done with spaces, I have load and make a zone. Okay. And for zoning, I have different options. Like I can click here, make a zone, and then assign different. Then I can click again zone and make a zone, other zone. Then again click and for third zone. Like I can do it here. Or I can just click here or and make multiple zones like Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, and press OK. And what you will have, I have different zone, and just click on a zone, I click on a space, and then on zone and space. And I can delete any zone. Okay? I can and what I'm doing here, I'm just deleting zones. Okay. Um, because I have to tell some of the more features in zone option. Okay. Now what I have option I have here zoning wizard. Here I have different options that it automatically makes zones like single zone or one zone per level. And if I click on a single zone space and I click OK, so what I say is it done all the zone already by itself. Okay, and what I will do here, I will just make unconditioned space. Let me mark unconditioned space. Okay, click on unconditioned, and like this is here I have unknown, um Okay, unknown space. This is all already added. This is unnamed space. Okay. So this is, I think, these are the things that are unconditioned, and then I go to level one and click here, unnamed. Um, yeah, I think all these things are done now. Just I have to delete the zones that for which I have removed the spaces. Okay. So now it's showing that these are the zones and the associated space with it. And there on the bottom, it is showing that these are unconditioned spaces that I have marked. Okay. So, okay, when I'm done with zoning, I have to go on the assembly. I am done with zoning. Let me go towards assembly. And here I have to give the wall composition. Okay. Like for exterior wall, I will select, for now, I will select a default composition because we are learning just the software. So for interior wall, and as you can see that for the new walls that I have assigned, like wall to 3 and wall to 4, it all it itself of that it's an exterior wall and interior wall just by clicking on the the wall side. Like if I click on the exterior wall, it just select it as exterior. And you have to give the composition of each and everything. And something new here is like ceiling composition that was not available in Hap 5.1, and like floor composition. Let me just make all the default um, compositions. Okay. And then I have to go on window and doors and give the composition of window and doors. Here I will also here just select the default window type and default door type. Okay. So once I am done with all the compositions, I will make a system. Okay. And from there, I think that it's simple. Like it is same like I have 5.1. Like if I choose a terminal unit and I like variable requirement flow and let's select no space model. Uh, and if I just click on the cooling, set my thermostats, cooling coil, heating coil, humidification, like you can make a system with that thermostat, if I you can change it accordingly, according to your design criteria and type of building it has. Um, Here in at the zone components, I have to add all the components in the zone. So for now, I am taking all the zones for a single system, and there you can add the safety factors. Yeah, let's just, okay, once gradually missing, so for I will make a default schedule. And once I am done with making the system, I will go towards alternative. I will click on the alternative option. I will click on system, add the system, okay, and then I will go to print view load calculations and preview. So it will take time as I didn't mention it earlier, but it's a heat balance method. In heat balance method, we take very less, pre-calculated factors, and it is the most accurate method. But it is a complicated method. That's why have take a lot of time to, calculate all those things and may generate a report. In Hap 5.1, there was a transfer function method. And that was easy. Then there, this method and a quick method to do calculations. So as compared to 5.1, Hap 6.2 takes a long time to generate the reports, but it is the most accurate method. Like if we go towards our backend, we used coefficients like CLTD and CLF, like cooling load factor and cooling load temperature difference. So all those factors are now eliminated, and now we take all the complex equations to solve and don't make any simplification on those. Reports. So here we have got for cooling coil load of 20 ton. Um, here at the downside, we can see that the load for each space like classroom 1 needs 18.8 MVH cooling load, and like classroom 3 and 4 requires an 18 MVH like 1.5 ton. And here for computer lab, because there are more load here, so we get a 44 like about 4 ton load. So this is the reports.